System error. The Cybertruck moves like a metallic predator through the diseased arteries of the Lower East Side, its matte black finish absorbing the sickly orange glow of the sodium streetlights. I have the drive mode set to beast mode, all 845 horsepower coiled beneath the accelerator pedal like a compressed spring waiting to unleash violence. The cabin is sealed, hermetically isolated from the fetid air outside by a HEPA filtration system that removes 99.97% of all airborne contaminants, pathogens, and the molecular traces of human failure that permeate this particular ecosystem. It's 2:17 a.m. and I'm wearing a Zegna XXX cashmere turtleneck in charcoal gray over Lululemon City commuter pants. On my wrist, the Patek Philippe Aquanaut loose glows with its subtle blue phosphorescence, a $127,000 timepiece that measures not just hours and minutes but the precise intervals between heartbeats, between thoughts, between the moments when civilization pretends to function and the moments when it reveals its true nature. I shouldn't be here. The gallery opening in Chelsea was a suffocating display of performative culture where crypto-millionaires pretended to understand art while artists pretended their work wasn't just elaborate money laundering schemes. Tiffany disappeared into a cloud of cocaine and Instagram stories with some wellness guru who sells overpriced supplements to desperate housewives. The conversation was unbearable. NFT this, Web3 that, everyone speaking in the hollow language of disruption while contributing nothing but noise to an already oversaturated information landscape. So I left. And now I'm here, in the part of the city where the simulation breaks down and you can see the actual code underneath. Where the algorithms that govern polite society stop running and something rawer, more honest takes over. The traffic stops dead. Not a slowdown but complete paralysis. Ahead, some delivery drone has malfunctioned and crashed into a fire hydrant, spewing pressurized water across the intersection while its automated distress beacon flashes a hypnotic red pulse. The cars ahead form a perfect chain of trapped metal and glass, each vehicle containing its own small pocket of manufactured comfort and artificial purpose. And there they are. Standing under the broken neon sign of a defunct electronics store, they represent everything wrong with biological existence. 5 of them clustered together like corrupted data files, their bodies displaying the accumulated errors of poor decision-making algorithms and genetic lottery failures. The first one is impossibly thin, her skeletal frame wrapped in a fake leather jacket that's cracking along the stress points. Her legs are pale and mottled, the skin showing the kind of vascular damage that comes from years of introducing foreign code into her biological operating system. She's chewing gum with persistence, her jaw working with the repetitive motion of a malfunctioning servo motor. The second one is younger but aging in accelerated time. She's wearing a mesh top that reveals ribs you could count like prison bars, her breasts small and sharp beneath the synthetic fabric. Her hair is bleached to the point of chemical damage, brittle strands that catch the streetlight like fiber optic cables carrying corrupted signals. My gaze moves across them with clinical precision, cataloging the flaws, the inefficiencies, the waste. The smeared makeup that can't hide the poor resolution of their features. The track marks on their arms. The way they move with jerky, uncoordinated motions like NPCs with glitched animation cycles. They are the human equivalent of memory leaks. Resource drains on the urban operating system. Pop-up ads made flesh, offering services nobody with proper security protocols would ever accept. They exist in the gaps between legitimate commerce, feeding on the overflow from society's main programs. One of them detaches from the group. She's wearing a skirt so short it barely qualifies as clothing, the fabric stretched tight over hips that jut out. She's shivering in the October air, her entire body vibrating with a frequency that suggests either cold or withdrawal or both. She moves between the stopped cars with predatory efficiency, scanning each vehicle's occupants like a targeting system searching for viable marks. Most of the drivers are absorbed in their phones or dashboard displays, safely insulated in their own data streams, but she continues her sweep until she reaches my window. For a moment we exist in perfect isolation, separated by bulletproof glass and the vast gulf between functional and dysfunctional human software. Her face is a case study in biological depreciation. The skin shows years of poor maintenance, the eyes contain desperate hunger. She taps on the window. The sound penetrates the Cybertruck's acoustic insulation like a glitch in an otherwise perfect audio file. It's the sound of organic matter making contact with engineered perfection, of chaos attempting to breach order. Through the glass I can see every pore on her nose, every crack in her lipstick, every microscopic detail of human decay. She mouths something. The word gets lost in the space between us, but the meaning is clear enough. She's advertising her services. My mind, in that frozen moment, experiences something that feels like code optimization. The same clean, logical impulse I get when I identify redundant functions in a smart contract or inefficient allocations in a trading algorithm. The desire to delete the error, to purge the corrupted files, to restore the system to its optimal state. The thought is pure mathematics. No anger, no disgust, no emotional overhead cluttering the calculation. Just the recognition that she represents a drain on system resources that could be better allocated elsewhere. A bug that needs patching. She presses her palm against the glass, leaving a smear of skin oils and cellular debris on the surface. The Cybertruck self-cleaning mode will eliminate the contamination automatically, but for now it represents a temporary corruption of my perfect environment. I imagine rolling down the window. Not to engage with her services but to study the exact mechanics of biological termination. How much pressure would it take to collapse her trachea? How long would consciousness persist after the oxygen supply was interrupted? Would her final expressions provide useful data about the transition between functional and non-functional states? The traffic lurches forward. A gap opens in the gridlock. The simulation resumes normal operation. I don't look at her again. My foot finds the accelerator and the truck responds with immediate, overwhelming force. The world outside becomes a blur as I accelerate past the speed limit, past safety protocols, past the boundaries of legal operation. In the rear-view camera, the woman shrinks to a single data point, then disappears entirely as new information overwrites her position in my visual buffer. The onboard entertainment system registers the spike in my biometric readings and automatically adjusts the cabin environment. The seats massage my lower back with a rhythm calibrated to reduce cortisol production. The air temperature drops 2 degrees. A notification appears on the heads-up display reminding me of my 6 a.m. cryotherapy session. I am back in my world now. The glitch has been bypassed. The system is running smoothly again. But I can still feel the residual echo of that perfect moment when I understood exactly what needed to be done to achieve optimal resource allocation. The thought loops in my background processes like a subroutine waiting for the right conditions to execute. The Cybertruck cuts through the empty streets, carrying me back toward the clean, ordered environment of Hudson Yards where everything functions according to design specifications and there are no corrupted files to disrupt the perfect flow of data. The city scrolls past my windows like lines of code, and I am the programmer who knows which functions need to be deleted.